boys and girls, Brucey here, and I'm just the first of a couple of videos on the Line 6 Helix LT, which I've had for about a month now, and I said I would do a review, and I'm going to do a review coming up, and I'm also going to talk you through a few bits and pieces that I've found out and discovered about the unit since I've been using it. The question I get asked quite a lot is, where did I switch from the Atomic Amplifier over to the Helix? Now, if you've seen my channel and you're a viewer of my channel, I've got lots and lots of videos on the amplifier, the Atomic Amplifier. Absolutely love that unit. It sounds fantastic, and I stand by wholeheartedly everything I say about that unit. And to be honest, I never thought I would sell it. I really didn't think I would sell it. It was kind of pretty much perfect for everything I wanted to do. The form factor was great, but the Helix popped along, and someone just told me to check it out. Now, if you saw my pedal board videos with the Helix, you obviously noticed that I had quite a few other pedals there. The Helix was primarily kind of the amp modeling part of it, and whilst I used some of the effects on there and some of the overdrives, I tend to have some overdrive pedals, a wah pedal, other bits and pieces like that. So when push came to shove, the Helix came along, and I saw a video online. Someone told me to check it out, and then I absolutely happened to be in a shop, and what happened there was I played on the Helix, and I just played with it for a little while, and I was like, you know what, sound wise this sounds great, just as good as the amplifier. I'm not comparing sound for sound, because that is just, that is so personal, it's so subjective. I've spent a lot of my life studying acoustics and being involved in research around sound and perception of sound. That's what my PhD is in. So I know a lot of that stuff about, oh, it sounds better. That is purely subjective. There's so many variables in that decision. But to my ears, both sound really great. They're really fantastic units. What it came down to at the end of the day was, and bear in mind, I hadn't tried out the Amplifier 12, but it doesn't probably address some of the issues that I had. And the issues are tiny, they're minuscule. But the number one thing about the Helix which stood out for me is how easy it is. It's, the amplifier is pretty easy, but you still got to go through menus, and there's just loads and loads of parameters, which once you get your head around, they all kind of make sense. But you've got to delve in deep, and it's, if I'm honest, not the most user-friendly if all you want to do is turn dials. And turning dials is what works for me in my head. That's the way my brain works. So when I saw how easy it was with the amplifier, you just touch a switch and say that the parameters come up for the effect that you, just like it would do it. That's genius in my mind. So that is probably the biggest thing that got me over to the Helix. The range of effects, yes, there's a lot more, and there's probably more applicable to what I wanted. I could never get the touch wah feature on the amplifier to work how I wanted to. On this, the Helix, I can. It's got a built-in wah. Amplifier 12, Helix, it's got the wah built in. I'm sorry, it's just one pedal board. That was another thing. These are minuscule though. If if these don't bother you, then you've got so many options out there to choose between the two. But these, again, this is my reasons for choosing. I like the routing options as well, the ability for more loops to be put in. You've got 2 loops that you can stick in. Obviously, you've got the looper function as well. I know these terms get thrown about. Love the looper. I use a looper a lot. I've been using the Boss. You may have seen my other videos. I use that tons and tons. This has got a built-in looper. Fantastic. Brilliant for teaching. Brilliant for most of the things I do, a necessity. The ability to run 2 amps at once, that's pretty cool. And the kind of endless routing capabilities was the other thing. And compared to the 3, again, not the 12, compared to the 3, I just love the fact, something really stupid, that the Helix had a power switch. Don't know what it is, I just like to be able to turn it. Such a stupid thing, I know, but it's something for me. And the power of this unit and expandability of this unit was the thing that kind of just took it over. But I would use both of them. I would gig with both of them. I love both of them. If I had the financial Wherewithal, I would have kept both of them definitely, and I would have used the amplifier in the studio. I've got no complaints about the way it sounds, the impulse responses that came with it. The amp models were great. They are both outstanding units. It's just down to practicality. That was the main reason I chose to go with the Helix. Hope you found that useful, and if you've got any other questions, please do let me know.